Yo, what's up, everybody? We back up in the house. It's two bros talking. I'm Vern. I got my brother Ben on the line.
What is happening after this weekend? I don't know, man.
We got to jump right into this shit. So, Ben Simmons, Philadelphia 76ers, Atlanta Hawks. Game 7, Hawks win. Was that 103-96 in Philadelphia? Yeah. I'm gonna let you go first and just give your thoughts, and then I'm gonna follow up.
So I got this particular thought. I'll probably have twice, because when we talk about Brooklyn and Milwaukee, it's gonna come up again. But how often does something have to happen before it just becomes the routine, and everybody wants to dodge it? And cause see, Ben Simmons is one thing. He got his issues, absolutely. But I think the person who I hold even more responsible than Ben Simmons is Doc Rivers. Now, cause see, Ben Simmons didn't take a shot in the fourth quarter in Game 4, Game 5, Game 6, and Game 7. So Doc, there was a pattern up to that point. So at the start of the fourth quarter, Ben Simmons had only took 4 shots. Why was he on the court? I understand you were like, oh, well, he was keeping Trae Young in check, but the problem was Trae Young wasn't the one that was lighting him up. It was the other people around him.
It was Herder. So Herder was killing.
They were essentially playing 5-on-4 on when Atlanta was on defense. They was just guarding 4 guys because Ben Simmons is not a threat at all. And worst case scenario, if he get the ball, you foul him. There was watching the game. Do you know there was a stat that said that he only made 2 free throws twice in like 35 attempts in the playoffs?
He only hit a pair? He only hit a pair twice?
He only hit a pair of free. You know, you go to the line, you get your 2. Yeah. He only hit both shots twice in 35 attempts. But, all right, Ben Simmons. Doc Rivers is the one who I think people need to hold more responsible. You know who Ben Simmons is, so why is he on the court? You did it. You failed in LA twice with good teams, and then you get this. You inherit this Philadelphia team, best record in the league, but you let bless the Atlanta Hawks' heart because they won the series. But realistically, did anybody think they were going to beat Philadelphia before the series started? Did you really think they had a chance? And to see them go 7, it's like, are you serious? When Ben Simmons, your second best player on the team, is garbage?
Man, here's my take, man. I'm looking at some of the stats. This dude, like, I don't understand this guy. In Game 1, they lost Game 1, 128-124. Ben Simmons was 7 for 7 from the field. He had 17 points. He had 10 assists. He had 4 rebounds, 4 steals. Like, bruh, he went 3 of 10 from the free throw line. That's an awesome game. That is an awesome game. Game 2, they won. He went 2 for 3. 4 points, 0 for 2 from the line. They won Game 3. He went 7 for 11 from the field, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 18 points. He was 4 for 8 from the line. He never recovered from Game 5 when he went 4 for 14, because the next game he was 5 for 10. He had 12 rebounds. He had 9 assists, 11 points. He never recovered from that 4 for 14 night. He didn't want to go to the free throw line because he was 4 for 14, and that cost them the game. And then after that, the dude was shook up. My thing is, this is my thing, and I'm like, and Doc Rivers, I'm not blaming Doc Rivers. I ain't got nothing to say about Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers inherited that team from Brett Brown. The Sixers have been stuck on stupid for the past few years anyway. And Doc Rivers, I'm not going to put all that blame on him. I can't remember, one of the morning shows today made a good point. There was like, if you take Ben Simmons out without Danny Green and them, who you going to put in? Like, I'm not blaming Doc Rivers on that. Ben Simmons did make Doc Rivers look stupid when Doc Rivers said, "Oh, you don't know basketball if you want Ben Simmons out the game in the fourth quarter." Well, you kind of need him out the game. They took Shaq out sometimes in the fourth quarter because they're like, we can't run the risk. Offense, defense. But I want to go even deeper. And I feel like this is an even bigger problem with basketball as a whole. Why do we continue to validate mediocrity? Now, Ben Simmons, like I said, he went 7 for 7 in game 1, 17 points, 10 assists. He had a great game. But why do we keep on validating mediocrity? Ben Simmons is at best, he's an average player in the NBA. At best. Because of his lack of offense, initiative, ability, whatever you want to say. At best, this dude is an average player in the NBA. Yet, he's one of the highest paid players in the NBA. He's one of the highest regarded. I think he's probably going to be on the USA team. He's all NBA this. He's all-star that. And it's like, why? Again, it's like because somebody told you he was. Because when you look at it, it's like, no, he's not. This dude didn't take a shot in the last quarter of the last 3 playoff games. Like, bro, we talk trash about people like Paul George who go 0 for 8 in the fourth quarter. I'm sorry. That's him trying to win. It's a miss or make league. Ain't that what they tell you? So sometimes you're going to go 0 for 8. But to go 0 for 0, to not take a shot, like, dude, what the heck? And again, we're validating dudes who shouldn't be. We're giving all this props and recognition to guys who shouldn't be. And then he let the moment get to him. That dude was scared. He looked tentative. He didn't look like he was playing full speed. He looked like he was trying not to make a mistake, especially in Game 7. Like that layup that he passed up
when he didn't go up for that dunk when he passed on that dunk. Tobias Harris get fouled, and then he only made one of the free throws. I was like, that's ridiculous. You 6'11", go up with 2 hands and dunk.
Dunk on.
It's like you 6'11", the max height on the court is 7 feet. You right there, and the 7-footer is on your team.
And see, and another thing too, another reason why I don't blame Doc Rivers, I blame the Philadelphia 76ers organization. And Ben Simmons. I blame the organization. Remember, Ben Simmons was drafted 1 year out of LSU. He didn't come right out of high school. He played 1 year of college, but they didn't do nothing. They didn't compete in the SEC. They didn't even make the tournament. And at LSU, you knew he couldn't shoot. That had to have been part of the scouting report. This guy needs to develop a jump shot. Well, remember when he came into the league, he did not play his first year because he was hurt. Why in the world was the Philadelphia organization not like, we need to lock, I'm hearing people saying lock him in the gym, and why didn't y'all do it that year when he wasn't even playing?
For real.
This dude is 19. This dude is 19 years old. Everybody,
like I keep hearing that he is ambidextrous and he probably should be shooting with his right hand. And it's like, well, if that's the case, then get him practicing on it. It's not like he don't have a bad stroke. He just don't have no confidence. And it's like, if you think you gonna miss, you gonna miss.
Man, I'm like this. They saying he ambidextrous. I'm like, bro, I don't think he know which hand he used. His left, when he shoot with his left hand, he looked like a right-handed player trying to shoot with their left hand. Rasheed Wallace's left hand, Jay, was more pure than that.
He was more comfortable shooting them little hooks with his right hand.
It's like, I don't think he know which hand he's supposed to be using. But again, y'all got a 19, 20-year-old dude. Everybody ain't Kobe. Everybody's not Kobe who got this super stellar work ethic, who trying to just be the best player on the planet and just trying to kill everybody in the process. You don't have all of that. You have people who you have to say, hey, especially a 19, 20-year-old who you drafted, who you invested in, you have to say, hey, look, we need you to work on this jump shot. Leave them girls alone and get up in here and let's get in this gym and let's work on this jump shot. There's been no development of him by the Philadelphia 76ers or himself since his rookie season. The same thing we seen from him when he came into the league is the same thing we're continuing to see now, except the guy has lost all confidence. He's lost all confidence. He didn't take a shot in the fourth quarter of the last 3 games.
Yeah,
but in the last 3 games, he only took 14 shots as a whole. And he played 38 minutes, 25 minutes, 36 minutes. So you're out there on the floor, and yet you're not doing anything?
And as a owner, general manager, I got you under contract, which means you are in the gym in the summer.
It's like
you can, you're not going. I'm not going to destroy you. You're going to get some time off, but you work for me. So I wasn't happy with your season. There's some things that you need to work on, and your track record says that you don't. So,
well, it's like
for this summer, we will be monitoring your activity, which means you are obligated to shoot this many jump shots over the summer. You obligated to shoot this many jump shots. You obligated to shoot this many free throws over the course of the summer.
Well, and I'm like,
it's ridiculous.
I'm like,
give a fool $30 million and then you don't improve at all.
I'm like, yeah, any other job, you get a performance evaluation. And sometimes when your performance evaluation ain't up to snuff, or you not taking care of business the way you should, you get put on an improvement plan. Every now and then, people, we got to put you on an improvement plan, and we need to make sure we see improvements in this area before we continue to talk about. But he just like, all right, I'm cleaning out my locker and I'm out and I'm gone. Like, no, you like, bruh. And then, people talking about, and then you hear everybody pressing the panic, but they need to trade him to Portland for Dame Lillard and all this other nonsense. It's like, no, if I'm gonna trade him, which I would, if I'm Elton Brand, I'm like, dude is on deck. I'm not calling Portland, because Portland has a decent team, and they like, I don't want this dude. You better call Cleveland and be like, is Colin Sexton available? You better call Sacramento, like, hey, is De'Aaron Fox on deck?
Yeah, get somebody.
Get
some youth.
Get something young. Get somebody young. And somebody who's not afraid.
C.J. McCollum, because C.J. McCollum he good, but he ain't enough to put you over the hump.
If it's me, because it's like you can't get Ja Morant. You can't get you can't get Ja Morant. You can't get Trae Young, but you can get Colin Sexton, and he may not be as good as he may or may not be as good as those two, but he's young, he's energetic, and he is fearless. I mean, you look at like Devin Booker, all these like Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray. Those dudes are fearless. You need a young, fearless dude, and you clearly have a fearful Ben Simmons running point guard. Like, period. Point blank. Period.
He might be a wash. Ben Simmons he may just end up being a wash.
Well, it's like he got at this point in his career, he got 2 options. You either improve that jump shot, or you probably on your way out of the league. That contract is up. And then I'm like, everybody like, he should trade him to Portland. So just screw Portland. To hell with Portland. Just Portland is like, yeah, we'll take him. Like, yeah, we want that on our team. What kind of mess is that?
You can't put him in the low post because of his free throw shooting, which is where his confidence is.
Yeah, trades are 2 ways.
So he got some potential, but it's like, bro, you have to, if you can at least get your free throw percentage up to something decent.
I mean, like,
that would be enough to boost your confidence.
But see, and again, like I keep saying, this dude, this is not anything new in terms of his lack of ability. He does a great job masking it, but when he doesn't, it's crazy. You look at the last series. In game 1, he went 3 for 9. He had 6 points. He went 0 for 6 from the field. But then he had 15 rebounds. He had 15 assists. And then, in the next game he had 22 on 11 of 15 shooting. He didn't go to the free throw line. He in that closeout game, he had 19 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. We went 5 for 8 from the line, 7 for 11 from the field. That's a good line. But it's like, for you to not shoot the ball, you are deficient in certain areas. You making it plain to everybody who's watching, you have absolutely no confidence in your ability. Like I said, we trash dudes like Paul George who will go 0 for 8 in the fourth quarter. But the one thing that you can't knock is his confidence. Like I said, have you ever when you were in school, have you ever not studied for a test and then the test come up? I'm one of them dudes that's not gonna be like, man, I ain't taking that test, I ain't studied for it. That's Ben Simmons. I'm gonna be like, man, maybe if I can BS this enough, I can maybe pull out a D. Because I got confidence. I got confidence in my ability to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But instead of just being that dude, well, I ain't study, I'm gonna get an F anyway, I might as well not even take it. Like, no, take it. You never know what can happen.
He had 13 assists last night. So it's like, dude, you out there for a reason, but you cannot be an offensive liability like that.
I mean, he had
to where when you get late, you don't want to touch the ball.
He had 13 assists. He only had 2 turnovers. Like, he wasn't even like he was running around out there throwing the ball away. He can give you. There are things that he can give you. There are a lot of positive sides to his game, but man, that offensive inability and to be aware of your inability on offense thus leading to you not taking shots is sad.
You can't be scared, man.
It's
you can't
sad.
Be scared.
It's sad. And I want to and in the midst of all this, you know, I don't want the Atlanta Hawks to get tripped up and left behind and none of this. Those dudes play ball. Trae Young didn't shoot the ball well from the field, but that didn't stop him from shooting. Herter destroyed.
He got double-figure assists. He led the team, and he hit big shots when it got late.
Herter destroyed Seth Curry. Now, Seth Curry got a J. Seth Curry got a J, but you can't be out there if you're just going to be getting lit up. And I mean, and in his defense, Herter 6'6", he was just shooting over him, stronger. It was a mismatch, and Atlanta took advantage of that.
Again, and that's where Doc Rivers get an F, because he should have once Trae Young was off, he should have switched Ben Simmons over to Herter, just at least to try to stifle him a little bit. But he didn't even do that. He left Seth Curry out there on the ledge, got massacred.
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, and props to Embiid. Embiid did everything he could do. I ain't got nothing.
And with a bum knee,
I don't got nothing negative to say about Embiid. It's just like, dude, you can't be you, Ben Simmons, and play like that. You can't be, because you're all NBA. You probably gonna be on the Olympic team. You are all-star. You making all that money. You can't. You're not some dude coming off the bench. Like, no, that's not good enough. And it's like, people talking about you should feel sorry for him. I don't see why. We're not talking about a rookie. We're not talking about somebody in their first or second year. We're not even talking about somebody who playing. We're not even talking about somebody who playing in their.
Figure yourself out.
This wasn't even his first playoff series. Like, no, you failed. You failed. And it's like you gotta hear it. You have to hear it. And in hearing it, that has to push you to want to change stuff. And if you don't, you're gonna shorten your career, like point blank period. Because how can anybody want that on their team and expect to make a run, expect to go far? Like it can't happen. It can't happen.
Now, can we please talk about the Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah.
Now,
hold up.
First of all, let me say 2 things. I still think Milwaukee is one of the most fraudulent teams in the NBA. I would not doubt if the Atlanta Hawks beat them in the next round. And the only reason why I say that is because they have the team makeup is horrible. They have a bad coach, and the reason why they beat the Nets is because the Nets have an even worse coach, and I'm gonna get on that in a second.
Hold on, wait. Hold up, because we running a little over on this one right here. We got to wrap this one up. Please post your comments and let us know what you think about Ben Simmons, Philadelphia 76ers, what he needs to do to improve, what you think the Sixers may need to do overall in regards to moving him. Whatever it is, we want to hear it. Post your comments down below. Make sure you subscribe on your way out. We got to wrap this one up. Anything else you got, Ben?
Well, no, stay tuned because I got a lot to say about the.
Oh yeah, make sure. Yes,
that's enough on Philly.
Yeah, like I said, stay tuned because we definitely gonna be breaking down, talking about the Brooklyn Nets and Kevin Durant real soon. But that's all we got for this one right here. Y'all be cool and we out.
I want to thank you, brothers and sisters, for a very lovely evening. Never have so few owed so much to so many. Good night.